So, Mark, some areas of New Mexico starting to see some snow.
Yeah,
already.
We're starting to get some of it across the east right now, and the rest of us get into a mix that's going to be very interesting statewide. Let's go show you what's going on. We go up to the Taos Cam in HD, and you can see the cloud deck dropping up over the northern mountains as the cold air banks along the east slopes of the northern mountains right now. But throughout the next 24 hours, we'll start to see more and more snow there. So here's a look at what's going on. Winter storm warnings northeast through the northern mountains in southern Colorado here. Significant snow in our northern mountains, up to a foot possible there. Winter storm watches out to the west and out to the east. Winter weather advisories, and that does include the metro through the day tomorrow, when things are going to be very interesting. We'll break that down for you in just a second. But as far as things going right now, it's going okay. We're seeing the southwesterly flow transporting in plenty of moisture, and we've got our cold front across the east too. So everything is about setting up to plan, at least to this point. 51 degrees in the metro, and the plan is pretty convoluted, just so you know. North-northeast winds at 6 miles an hour. Temperatures across the northeast. This is the cold air. 24 degrees in Clayton. As you get down into Tucumcari, Clovis, up into Raton, we're just starting to see that cold air nose in. It's going to take a while for it to slide all the way down to the east and push into the metro. I think overnight tonight is when we're going to see it come into the metro area, but you can see those huge temperature drops over the past 24 hours in the northeast. What's interesting about what we're about to show you here is the overall setup. Remember, we've got that cold front that's sitting across the northeast, but take a look at the moisture pump and tap we have from the Pacific here. So you got the cold air at the surface, moisture just above it. So that's what's going to be our real players for tomorrow, and we're going to end up with the freezing rain as a possibility even here in the metro because of that mix of cold and warm air. And then into the weekend, number 3 is the big guy, the low pressure system, which is going to slide its way over too. So these are all the ingredients necessary to create a major league winter storm. So right now, the storm is over Southern California. Now through Monday is what we're looking at here. Metro wind comes first overnight tonight, and then cold during the early morning hours tomorrow. Our real concern is ice tomorrow morning in the metro. Now, odds are that we're going to see enough easterly wind to create that snow shadow in the metro. But remember, it only takes an hour or two of freezing rain to glaze everything over. So that's why there's a possibility of real travel danger even tomorrow morning. Heavy mountain snow, obviously ice out to the east, very cold, bust potential down to 25% with this particular system. So as we push this thing through, watch out tonight for, again, some of that freezing rain, and throughout the day tomorrow, all across eastern New Mexico, where we'll have that possibility of icing, obviously, and much colder temperatures across the east side of the state. Here into the metro area, we stuff those winds in through the canyon. They're going to gust to 50 miles an hour, while up over the northern mountains, we're dealing with the possibility of over a foot of snow, not only tonight, but really throughout the day tomorrow as well. And those winds through the canyon will not only be in Albuquerque, but in Santa Fe as well, going to be very windy. This could well create that snow hole. So you got to watch the west side for the best chance to get a little bit of icing. But again, when we're talking about icing, it just takes so little. That's why we have the winter weather advisory in place. And then a mix across the west here throughout the day tomorrow. Now, after we get through tomorrow, what we're going to see is a bit of a change. We get that cold air in place, we get the mixing, we get the icing as a possibility. But as the low closes in Saturday into Sunday, that's our best chance to pick up big-time snows across a good portion of the state. And yes, we could get snow in the metro. Our best chance for snow in the metro, I think, is going to come late Saturday and Sunday, not necessarily tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow, wind, cold, a little bit of ice possible, and you can see that moisture throughout the morning hours tomorrow. Pretty significant across the area. Across the east, mainly dealing with ice and snow, a mix out to the west. But watch what happens here as we get into Friday. Now remember, tomorrow late in the day too, we're going to start to see things quiet down, at least temporarily. And then Saturday, it all blows up again. But notice what happens. The chance that rain starts to go away, and most of it becomes snow because we've got cold air at the surface and a cold core storm coming in. So all of that sets the table, too, for a pretty good setup here. 30s across southern Colorado, mostly cloudy. Winter mix possible throughout the day tomorrow, and then going over to snow over the next few days. Same deal across the northwest. Good chance at picking up an icy mix out there over the next 24 hours. Southwest, look for rain across the area throughout the day tomorrow. With that southerly tap of moisture, you guys are going to get wet. 31 tomorrow, Roswell, 31 Carlsbad. Winter mix and gusty winds. Up to the northeast, very cold temperatures here. Tell you what, we could end up with some real icy conditions across the northeast as well. Snow at the resorts above 7,500 feet. Good chance at a foot of snow. If you're below 7,500 feet, 2 to 6 inches of snow will be a possibility as well. East Mountains, wouldn't be surprised to see 2 to 4 inches of snow fall up in the higher peaks of the Sandias, and then some icy conditions a possibility. And here in the metro, again, get ready for the wind overnight. You'll hear the wind rattling those windows. And then as you get up tomorrow morning, we're going to have very cold air in place, very gusty winds, the possibility of some icing as well, and then snow a possibility late Saturday, Sunday.
All right.